they didn't?
To scare me.
To harass you.
Harass me. Keep my mouth shut.
Wow.
And it ended up a lot of problems in the family because of that. And right now, Dad and I are not even on speaking terms.
Well, Rusty, then you left there, didn't you?
What's that?
You left the farm then.
Yeah, I got kicked off the farm because of that.
Oh.
So I ended up going on the road. And, well, actually for a while, I lived in Lincoln, about a mile away from the state capitol, where all the different things were being investigated by the unicameral, which is we have one body of legislative government here in Nebraska.
Yeah.
And it's like your Senate and House combined. And they were doing all these investigations into it, and they were looking for me high and low, and they couldn't find me, and here I was a mile away from the state capitol. The police even came to my door one night. I was having an art show. And so anyway,
They know who you were?
What? Yeah, they knew who I was. They took my driver's license even.
Wow.
And, you know, I thought, oh my God, it's all over with. And they harassed me for about 15 minutes and then let me go back in to my home where I had the art show in my studio. And it was just a matter of moments before the whole place cleared out because nobody wanted to be around me because of the cops.
Yeah. Boy,
and
boy.
So that pretty much ruined my chances of making any money off of the art show. I didn't sell a thing that night.
So then where did you go after that then?
Well, I went on the road. I went ahead and I knew things weren't quite right, and I just went on the road, and I never stayed in any one place for much more than 3 weeks.
Wow.
I would lived in my van, washed windows, and did odd jobs or worked temp jobs somewhere for daily work, daily pay, you know, basically for nothing.
Did you get paid by cash, or you have to give your Social Security number?
Oh, you have to get a Social Security number.
Okay.
How long it took me to catch up with you? About 3 weeks, huh?
Yeah. And, you know, when I could get a sense of when I was being followed. And if I felt that I was being followed, I'd be 500 miles away by morning.
Wow.
Yep.
Now, Rusty, this went on for how long, and or is it still going on? Because I know you also just recently had a lot of legal problems, right?
Oh, yeah. They threw me in jail right after Valentine's Day, 2 days after Hunter Thompson.
Now, just talking about Hunter Thompson, had you ever seen him, like up at Bohemian Grove or anything, filming any of the snuff films?
Well, he tried to get me to do a snuff film for him.
Hunter Thompson did.
Brokered the deal.
Yeah.
And that's one of those things, you know, if he was presented to me as Hunter and I didn't know who he was until I seen his picture after he committed suicide, supposedly, but I think he was murdered.
Oh, sure, yeah. So that's just recently you knew that?
Oh, yeah.
But you met him and he wanted you to do a snuff film back when you were with Larry King?
Yeah.
Huh.
And it wasn't just one time. It was multiple times that he tried to have me do this for them.
Yeah.
And it was a very large sum of money. More than most people would make working a regular job in 5 or 10 years.
Is that right? My gosh.
Well, the snuff films sell for like $50,000 each, don't they?
It was more than that.
Is that right?
What, 100,000?
Yep.
That's for one copy?
Yeah, that was to do the original.
Oh, okay.
So.
What a sad thing. Rusty, tell everybody what has happened, what the government has done to you, because I want people to know literally the sacrifices that you and your life now has given in order to follow this and not do what you know is wrong, but because I know you're having a problem right now, and I'd like people to help you out.
Oh, I appreciate that. I have a lot of health problems as a result of this.
Yeah, tell them about them running over you, Rusty.
Oh, yeah.
What was this? Jeez.
Portland, Oregon. I was riding my bike, and a car came driving up behind me at about 50 miles an hour, and they opened their back door as I was going over railroad tracks and hit me with their car door. And I fell off my bike and hit my head on a railroad track. And I now have epilepsy from that. I have a seizure disorder.
And you can't drive?
Yeah, they took my driver's license away, and it's really not a good deal. I have to rely on other people for everything. You know, it's, I take over $4,000 a month in medication.
Yeah.
And you have no money.
Yeah, to get help with that, I have to not work. You know, I'd love to work. I wish I could. But if I do, then they take that away from me to where I cannot get any of my medication that I need to live with.
Wow.
And nobody's going to be paying me enough money to where after taxes, I can come up with that much money each month just to buy my pills.
How do you make it, Rusty?
What's that?
How do you make the $4,000? That's a lot of money.
Well, it's different assistance. I've tried for Social Security disability, and that's such a joke trying to get help through the government. All they're doing is they sit there, they have their government jobs, and they push the papers. And how many people do you know that have a government job where they actually help people instead of harassing people or, you know, tearing down trees so they can give you more paperwork to fill out and pass the buck on, no, we can't help you, but go fill out paperwork for the next one. And they can. You know, it's like getting disability. If I got that, it's $544 a month is what I would have to live on.
How do you pay your medical bill, $4,000 a month?
Well, that's, you know, like right now, the county is helping me out with that right now.
Rusty,
But
how
they're
long
only
ago?
doing that for the month.
How long ago did this happen to you?
What's that?
How long ago did this happen to you when this car went by and hit you?
This was in '98. They put me in jail, and I'd gotten out, and that for a while in '98.
Yeah.
And this is when that happened to me. And
They arrested you in Portland, too.
yeah, they arrested me. Well, it wasn't in Portland, but it was in Oregon. I was driving back home. I decided I was tired of running. I was going to go back home. And so I loaded up everything in my van, and I was driving back to Nebraska. And they arrested me in a little town called La Grande, Oregon. And this was on Friday, the 13th of September in 1996.
Now, and what charges did they get you on?
They arrested me for supposedly kiddie porn. And they said that there was a girl I'd taken pictures of, and everybody I take pictures of, I get a model release from. They have to be of age. They have to provide an ID.
Right.
And if at all possible, that's even notarized.
Okay.
And, you know, they could not produce pictures. They would not produce the person. They said it was a minor, so they did not have to go in front of me in court because it would be too traumatizing for them. So I have no idea who this person even is.
Or if there is a person.
Yeah, right, or if there is a person.
There probably never was a person.
Yeah.
Well, you've been targeted ever since you went out the hotel bathroom window in Washington, D.C. They've been after you, Rusty.
Well, they were even after me before that. You know, there was somebody had got wind of what was going on, and they had the police called on me.
You mean wind of what was going on as far as your...
Larry King. And,
oh, really?
Yeah, and that's where I first seen Rodman get his payoff.
Wow.
And that's